Afternoon. It's just a shade after 4:30 and under the Brolly again, so that means another session down the new water and another Brolly vlog. Just looking to my left, Mark's just putting out his final rod, which is his left-hander. Just absolutely experienced an absolute monsoon of a shower. For most of the day we've had light rain, but sod's law, we just arrived and it's absolutely chucked it down, but pleased to say it's eased off now, and just scanning the water for signs. Early signs, I've seen nothing on the surface compared to last week, where as soon as the wind dropped and the water went flat, we saw numerous shows, so that's a good sign. Fish are hopefully on the bottom and having a munch. In the same swim as we were last week, and pretty much the same tactics, just one little difference change I've made. Having a think since the last session, I'm fishing a spot to the right of me, right in the corner. Quite jolly last week, so I probably got my presentation a bit wrong by fishing a snowman presentation. So my thinking was I've gone back to a naked shoddy, and I'm using one of the here we go, fresh orange pop-ups, little 12mm. I've done a tank test and it's literally about that big, and with the crimp on. I've just got a slither of putty around it, a bit of foam so it keeps it up in the water, and I say I've done some tank tests at home and it just literally sinks really slowly, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll nestle on top of any debris. But it is quite shoddy down there, so last week I probably got it a bit wrong. That one's, as I say, fished on one of these, and I've just scattered a load of chops over it, which is the Banoffond. One of those. That area of the lake, there is quite a lot of bread goes in there from people who walk by and feed the wildfowl. So I've caught from there in the past, so I'm going to give that a bash, and that's it. The other two rods are in open water spots, and they're fished on the coconut cream again, and the CM2 little bags, and just a light scattering of bait. Not gone mad again. It's quite early into spring, so that's it. We're going to do a water temperature a bit later. Reading, I think it was 13.5 degrees last week, and I do anticipate that it's dropped in temperature. Via social media, I've been talking to some of the lads on there, and their waters, they do a similar thing. They keep on top of their water temperatures, and they told me over the weekend that it had dropped. So it'd be interesting to see what it is today. So that's about it. Mark's just scattering a few baits out, and pleased to say we're the only ones here, which was a bit of a surprise, but it is Monday, so fingers crossed it hasn't had too much of a battering over the weekend, but it's just nice to be here. So we've got a good 3, 4, maybe 4.5 hours at a stretch angling tonight, so fingers crossed one of them comes along. We'll have something to show you a bit later, folks, so until then. Right then, just approaching 18 minutes past 5, and I'm pleased to say I've got my first capture of 2014 from the new water, sitting in the retainer sling. Popped over to Mark, who's literally yards away to the left of me, actually enjoying a nice currant bun, hot crust bun rather, I should say, and a nice coffee. 2 bleeps on the left hand rod, went back to the swim, line was pulled up tight and I could see it skating across the surface. Pulled into it, and it was a plodding fight, so straight away I thought, that's not a bad fish. Under the rod tip it went absolutely mad, and I've put the net under what looks like a reasonable fish. I don't want to really assess the weight until I've weighed it, obviously, so Mark's just taking a business call. Rod's back out, so we're fishing again, so we'll get it all weighed up and get it on the camera for you shortly, folks.
Well, folks, look at that one, absolute pristine. First one of the season off the and the new campaign, mate?
It is, mate. Open water spot, CM2, which it ended well for us, and it started off well for us. Really, another bait that I'm really chuffed to bits with at the moment, so long may that continue. And this is the funny bit, we've weighed it, and it's gone 20 pound 2 ounces, exactly the same weight as Mark's opener last week.
Unbelievable.
And as you can clearly see, it's a different fish.
Most definitely. Lovely that one is, mate.
I don't know, I'm going to look at my pictures, but I've got a feeling I might have caught this one last year. I'm not sure, but I don't care. I mean, if I did catch it last year, it's you know, gone up.
£18 last year, so it's a couple of pound heavier.
I'm just going to say that, mate, but who cares? This is what we come for. And it was literally about 35-40 minutes into the session, Mark.
Unbelievable, ain't it, mate?
We was having a brew, and as I said to you earlier on the camera, a nice hot cross bun, and a little bleep. I've gone back to the rods. We're not far apart, are we, mate?
No.
And the bobbin's pulled up tight to the siren. I just seen the line skating across the surface, pulled into it, sluggish fight, and you said straight away, then you Mark, this is a better one, mate. And
it certainly is.
£20 and 2 ounces.
Fantastic.
So, the rods are back out there. Fingers crossed this ain't the last one of the night.
Yep, well they certainly kept you waiting last week, mate, but
yeah,
what a stunner this week.
Yeah, chuffed to bits, and thanks so much, mate.
Yep.
Let's pop you back to your home, and hopefully your daddy's not too far away.
Well done, mate.
Folks. I just only wish I was able to film the fight for you, because the fight was absolutely immense. This is Mark's landing net, and this is his prize. He's grabbed a piece of the action. We've just weighed it, and it's gone £22 and 5 ounces, and this is an absolute peach of a common. Absolutely chuffed for him. So he's going to get the rod back out, waste no time, and then we'll get things sorted and have a better look at it, folks. But what a great session, 220s, and there's plenty more time to go yet. Brilliant. Well, there we go, folks. £22 and 5 ounces, an absolute stunning carp. It's very lively because we've had some more action, believe it or not. Mark put that this fish in the retainer, got the rod back out, and then was it the middle rod that flew off, Mark?
It was the same rod, absolutely straight off, melted straight away, didn't it?
And we've got another one to show you shortly after, which is a slightly smaller fish in weight, but just as beautiful. But this is an absolute clonking fish, mate. £22 and 5 ounces.
Absolutely made up.
But
beautiful condition.
And I just want to say the fight, mate, was absolutely...
I'd say it's probably one of the best I've had out of this.
It took him everywhere.
Yeah.
It run him ragged, and it never gave an inch. It really fought to the deer end, but that's just an absolute clonking fish, mate.
Yeah, he's still fighting now.
Yeah, he is. He's full of beans.
Absolutely. Not a mark on it. Well, say there's not a mark on it. We did find, we think it's one slightly lifted scale there. So what we're going to do, as always, we've checked him over. Other than that, this is what you need, the Clinique. Absolutely awesome stuff. And it keeps these fish in pristine condition, like this one. Yep,
any infections, wounds on the mouth, and as Mark just said there, lifted scales, fin damage, anything that you find a concern to your prize, because that's what they are. Without carp, we've got no sport.
Exactly. Nobody wants to catch shabby fish, but on a lot of syndicate waters, that's why the fish are so good, because all the members are using this sort of stuff. No contests on here where the people are just ripping the carp in and putting them in the nets just to win money, which is okay if that's the sort of thing you like. We like picturesque lakes, picturesque fish, and that's what it's all about.
Just as good for the next bloke or girl who has the privilege of catching such a beautiful fish like this. So
what you got to do, a little bit on it, just ease it into the wound, leave it for a couple of minutes, and then put the prize back, and she'll be there till fight another day.
Clonking fish, mate. Absolutely
made up with that one.
Right then, should we get the other one out?
Yeah, we'll slip this one back.
And as Mark does a bit more juggling with another lively common.
Yep.
That's the second fish of in quick succession.
Yeah, certainly was. So as soon as I got that one in the net, threw it back out, caught the bobbin up, and he was off again. It's really lively now because he's been in the retainer while we've been filming that first capture.
We haven't weighed this one, have you, Mark?
No. As you can see,
the mat's doing its job.
It certainly is. I'd say he's probably about 17, to be honest. But nevertheless, still a beautiful fish and massive tail on this one.
Yeah. Rod paddle.
Where they get the power from. So yeah, chuffed really. One I was hoping for tonight and got two.
Yeah.
Still got probably an hour and a half left.
Yeah, we've got a bit of time left, so another great short session so far.
Yeah, I don't think they get much bigger though at the minute.
No.
We're certainly punching above the weight at the minute. Right?
We are, definitely, mate, definitely. So, great stuff.
Brilliant.
Get them back out there, mate. Well, we hadn't forgot about the water temperature reading, just hadn't had a chance to do it.
That's it, yeah.
Mark's just on the air temperature, which was...
It was 11.4 degrees.
And last week, I think we had a water temperature around about 13.5, is that right?
Yep. It's steadily climbing. It's 12.5 at the minute, so I reckon it's probably not far off the same as last week by the time we get there. 12.6. It's steadily, very slowly climbing. pH is slightly higher this week, 9.8. I think it was 9.6 last week. Might be slightly cooler than last week. Seems to have stabilised at 12.7.
There we go.
So
most of the lads I was speaking to on the social media, their waters were between 11.5 and 12.
yeah.
So we thought it. Well, you thought it'd be roughly the same as last week, didn't you, mate? But this goes to show.
12.8. So
12.8. So
nearly a degree down on last week. But obviously we've had no sun today and being a shallow lake. Oh, it's 12.9, yeah. So it's only half a degree really cooler than last week. So there you go then, folks.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, just a shade over past 8 o'clock. 3 minutes past 8 precisely. And Mark's just put another one back. Smallest one of the session so far. Another one we haven't weighed. About 13 or 14 pound. But what a result tonight, 3 fish, and we've still got a little bit more time left to go. So just wrapping up this second blog of the Brolly blog season 2, whilst we've got a bit of light. Who knows, we might just be able to bag one more for you before we leave, but if not, we're hopefully back to do it all again next week. So if anything does happen, we'll get it in the blog, but if it doesn't, hopefully we'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching. Tight lines, happy angling, folks.